YouTube? What's good, YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? It's your guy one more time, Deidre L. Hicks Jr. And I am back with another fragrance video. Okay, so hopefully you guys are doing well, my Smell Good family. Hopefully y'all are great, fantastic. Hopefully everything in your life is going as positive as it can be. And I truly mean that. You know, the world needs more positive energy, and I'm just trying to do my part when I open up these videos for sure. Okay, so we're back with another fragrance video, obviously, but we're going to be talking about some sexy fall fragrances for date night. Me personally, I've said this before, the fall is my favorite time, and especially when I get to wear some of these, well, these fragrances that we're getting ready to talk about, when I'm able to dress up and you know go out with my lady, or if I'm hanging out, I'm somewhere where I had to put that put it on, put on a dope fit, well, just put that on, put that on, you know what I mean? So these right here would just work well in any situation. And where I live in Florida, our falls and our winters kind of coincide a bit, but there is some room for fall where you can just really create an experience, so to speak, with these fragrances. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it. We have 7 of them. Let's go ahead and get with, at one point this was a cheapy gem, but as of late that just has not been the case due to the rise of the price from the house of Mercedes-Benz. All right, we have Mercedes-Benz Club Black. All right, Club Black. This is a very, very sexy fragrance, fellas, that your partner would just be enamored with. You got some vanilla, you have some incense in here as well, but it's a vanilla bomb, but that smoky incense take with that sweetness from the vanilla really creates you're that boy vibe. That's what it really creates, and it's long lasting. It performs very, very well. And if you're stepping out in on a fall night, going on a date night with your partner, with your lady, she definitely will be locked in for sure with you having this fragrance coming off you. Of course, make sure you're decked down, man. Make sure your fit is right. Make sure you're cleaned up, and the fragrance is just the bow on it, man. Just the icing on the cake for sure. So first up on this list from the house of Mercedes-Benz, we have Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Club Black. All right, next up, man, possibly, not possibly, it is one of the most popular, hyped fragrances of the last decade for sure, but it has every right to be. I love this stuff. Just recently got a full bottle of this stuff for the first time from the house of Parfums de Marly. All right, we got Parfums de Marly's LAYTON. Man, I love this stuff, man. I really love it. I've came to appreciate it a lot, man, over the past year or so, and I'm very excited to finally have a full bottle. So of course you get that apple, you get that vanilla, you get that spiciness that the cardamom in this definitely provides. This stuff is just fantastic. The dry down this stuff is sexy. It definitely gives off a mass appealing feel, but the quality and the blend of this fragrance is just A1, man. It's fantastic, and no matter if you're in the niches or designers or indies, it doesn't matter. This DNA is fantastic, and wearing this on a date night, stepping out, decked down, sharp with this on, man, you definitely going undefeated that night for sure. So once again, from the house of Parfums de Marly, this is an excellent date night scent for the fall. Go with Parfums de Marly LAYTON. All right, moving along to another Titan, man. I also just recently got a full bottle of this not too long ago, even though I'm familiar with the DNA, but when it was time to get this bottle, and I'm glad to have this as well. From the house of Tom Ford, all right, we have Noir Extreme. Noir Extreme. This stuff is a classic, man. It's a classic scent. Man, it smells fantastic. It has this unique note of a coffee in it. It's a gourmand dessert note. I believe it's based out of India. I hope I'm not wrong on that, but I believe I read that at some point in time that's where the coffee note comes from. Comes from India, but very gourmand. You have a vanilla and a cardamom in here, and this stuff is just sexy, man. I enjoy smelling it. I know women have pronounced their love for this scent, for this DNA, and in a date night atmosphere, going out, being in that intimate setting. This is another winner, fellas, that you definitely would want to consider. And I don't think you'll lose with this DNA. Now, I can't emphasize, fragrances, they are the icing on the cake, the bowl on the gift, so to speak. And you're the gift, fellas. You know what I mean? And so is your love interest. But you being the best having the best presentation of yourself, something like this could definitely, zip it, put a seal on it for sure. So check out Tom Ford's Noir String, another classic from the community, the fragrance community. Definitely look into it, man. Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. Big fan of this stuff, man. Huge fan. All right, moving along to another great one that you can definitely look into to wear in the fall evenings, date night action for sure. Check out this one, man. Probably my favorite from the line, from the house of Maison Margiela Paris. We have, from the Replica line, we have Jazz Club. Jazz Club. You get this nice tobacco and rum and vanilla with some neroli in here as well. This stuff is a very ultra sexy scent, primetime player scent. All of these are, but I really enjoy this one. That rum and that tobacco do this fantastic dance, man. And accompanied by that vanilla, it is you just setting yourself up for an awesome date night. All right, this thing is going to carry throughout your evening, whether you're going to dinner, to a movie, get some coffee with a dessert, or y'all just chilling, at the crib, really probably catching up on something off Netflix or a movie or TV show, whatever. But this is something the ladies definitely love, especially on that cozy action, man. So definitely check this one out. I love this stuff. It's really, really nice. Has really good performance, and it's classy, man. It's classy for sure, man. And when I know I want to wear this, I'm not gonna be messing around for sure. All right. So from the house of Maison Margiela Paris, we have Replica's Jazz Club. Jazz Club. All right, man. Let's show some love to the Middle Easterns, man. And I love this one for sure. I can't stop smelling it. It is just really, really good for sure, especially for date night action this fall. From the house of Latafa, we have Kamra. All right. So I finally figured out how to open this thing, thanks to everyone in the comments who so aggressively informed me how to open my fragrance. So you twist it, and it comes off just like that. So now this is supposedly a clone of Kilian's Angel Share, and I've done a review on this, so you can check that review out. Well, I did a first impression on this. You can check that out after this video. But it's supposedly a clone inspired by Kilian's Angel Share. I'm going to say that it has hints of it. The opening kind of puts you in the mind of it, but this definitely does its own thing. A huge note of dates. All right, that note of dates, that different type of sweetness accompanied by the vanilla and the cinnamon and the nutmeg. This stuff is just ultra sexy, man. I want to smell it on myself, so I know the ladies out there will really appreciate this scent for sure. You can get it at a great price, all right? If you be patient, hang around, you can get this between that $25 to $35 mark. The prices are kind of jacked up on this one, and who's to say that it's not worth the prices that they're jacked up at. But if you can get it for that $25 to $35 range, grab it. It's fantastic, a beautiful scent. I'm glad to have it. From the house of Latafa, we have Kamra. This is unisex too, man. So ladies, don't hesitate, man. If you want to switch up your style a little bit and wear something a little deeper, but it still has a nice sweetness to it and a slight spice to it, definitely check this one out for sure. All right, next up, man. Sometimes the original, the inspired by might be better than the original. I'm not saying that with this one, but it's really, really close. from the house of Alexandria, we have Fructus Virgins. All right, Fructus Virgins. All right, now I'm a massive fan of cherry. And what this fragrance is inspired by from Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, which is in my household as well, but it belongs to my wife. But when I got this one, they amplified this thing, man. You still get that cherry, that rum, but it also has a vanilla note in here as well, a little bit of a spicy accord as well, but that cherry is very dominant. It's done really well, and the rum and the cherry and the vanilla do this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dance, and I love this stuff. This is kind of like a go-to. This is the go-to date night fragrance for me right now. My wife loves it. People who I have been around have complimented me when I wore this fragrance. This is a very sexy date night exclusive. All right, here now, this might be a little bit it's not a feminine fragrance to me. It's a unisex fragrance, but it may lean a little too feminine for some fellas out there who want to stay on that masculine temp, and I'm cool with that. But sometimes, man, you want to switch it up. You want to add an element of surprise, so to speak, and that cherry in here, and with that rum and that vanilla will definitely do so. So the Tom Ford fragrance is around that $300 to $400 mark. You can get a bottle of this from Alexandria, starting from that $50 range up to $100 range, depending on the bottle size that you're looking for. But I love this stuff, and I actually prefer it over the Tom Ford Lost Cherry. It's true though, all right, because the performance and the longevity with this scent DNA, it's really, really good. From the house of Alexandria Fragrances, we have Fructus Virgins. Great stuff, man, great stuff. All right, one more left on the list, probably the cheapest on the list, but the price tag means nothing. I have grown to really enjoy and really love this fragrance from the house of Roberto Cavalli. All right, Cavalli, excuse me. We have UOMO. This stuff has a beautiful violet leaf and saffron and honey and tobacco bean. Tonka bean scent profile. I mean, I can smell the violet leaf and the honey mingling beautifully together off the atomizer of this thing. And it's really, 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 really nice. Now, the performance on this thing is right where you think it would be for a $25 to $30 fragrance. That's how much I paid for it. So you get around that 6 to 7 hour mark. But typically, from whatever I experience, if you're going on a date, if you're going out and it's an intimate thing, the date is not running 7 hours while you're out. Now, whatever happens when you get back to the crib, that's differently. But while you're out and about, dinner, maybe going to get a dessert with a cappuccino or coffee, something like that for a little nightcap, this will do the trick for that. Again, this stuff has a sexiness to it. Women do enjoy this fragrance. I've had a few women in my life smell this fragrance and they find it to be sexy. They find it to be attractive. So Roberto Cavalli, they did their thing with this one for sure. That saffron, that violet leaf, that honey, that tobacco bean, that patchouli, that kind of gives it, gives it depth and provides a slight chocolate nuance to what's going on already with the honey and the violet leaf. So this stuff is good and I really enjoy it. So again, from the house of Roberto Cavalli, we have UOMO. All right, Smell Good family, those are 7 date night fragrances that you can look into that will absolutely get the job done, seal the deal, win your championship. Well, however you want to describe a successful date night, these 7 would definitely do that for you for sure. So yeah, so hopefully y'all got something from this video, and I would love to hear from y'all down in the comments. What are some of y'all date night fragrances, man? We talked about this when I went on live a couple of weeks ago, and I'll continue this theme for sure. But what are some of y'all date night fall favorites, man? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you would like to be the next member of the Smell Good family, I appreciate that. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave down in the comments, and we can talk about what you love and what I love, and that is the art of fragrance, man. We're on the road to 3K, on the road to 3,000. I think we're around that 2,600 mark. The support is crazy. It still blows my mind that this channel is headed to that direction. All the love and support. I appreciate y'all, man. It means so much to me, and I do not take it for granted at all, man. So y'all be safe out there, be cool, take care of yourselves, and remember, splacker up. It's simple. It's that time of year to splacker up. Don't do yourself a disservice. Treat yourself and treat these people around you to that fire juice. That splacker. You heard me. Be easy, y'all.